All right, and all we have to do is once it pops up on the iPad, just share it to my page. So, good evening, beautiful people. Oh my word, this is going to be so amazing this evening. So, I see folks are joining us here online. Thank you for being with us. For those of you who are watching virtually, can you see my breath? It is chilly out here. It's Nashville, it's the South, but it is chilly, as you can see from our gear. And so we have a bunch of folks out here. These are the die-hard meditators. They're going to be here even though it's nippy here in Nashville. So we're going to get started in a few minutes. What I will mention to you all is just kind of the setup for this evening. So we're going to do a brief meditation as we usually do, and then we're going to end. And I see somebody said, no, just brief, sorry. A brief meditation, but it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. So we're all here to get our meditation on and just have a quality meditation. And then we're going to break and then go live again with the fire ceremony. So this evening I'm joined by a really incredible indigenous dance group, ceremonial dancers. They're called Capuli Iluhuicamina Flechador del Cielo. And they are right here from Nashville. And so they're going to be dancing and doing a fire ceremony in preparation. What do you need to do here?
Sure, we do.
Right here. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, y'all. These are the joys of dual. There we go. This is. Hold on a second. I'm just gonna post it. There you go. Post it. All right. These are the joys of hybrid, doing things hybrid in this age, right? So here we are. So as I explained to you all, we're going to do this meditation. This meditation is inspired by the winter solstice. So many of you know the solstice was officially yesterday. And what the solstice is, it is the longest night of the year and the shortest day. But it's really a wonderful time for us to begin this process of reflection as we moved into cold weather, and we move into this idea even of the holidays, of Christmas time, of birthing, the Christ and the Christ within. And so all of these ways that people across the world and across time have celebrated this time is really quite similar. So we think of the way Christianity or Christians celebrate, but in reality, if we look at many pagan traditions, if we look at traditions from all over the world, they are really, really quite similar. And so the idea is that we're moving into this time of cold and reflection and darkness, but at the same time, to yesterday marked the idea that then from yesterday on, light begins to expand. That is, that days begin to get longer shortly. So it's this beautiful kind of metaphor for us to think about the way life is experienced. Oftentimes we are in darkness. Oftentimes we're going through our personal dark nights of the soul, but there is always light. There is always that opportunity to be able to move into something. And so we all may not be going through that in this present time, but those of us that are, let's say, in a more centered space can hold space for those that are. And so the beauty of meditating here together is that we are building this sacred container. Many folks have been coming for months here, and we're building this. And so no matter whether it's your first time, if it's your first time, give us a shout out. Let us know who you are and where you're from. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. We've got folks here that are part of this circle. You're going to see the labyrinth back in the background there. The labyrinth here at Unity of Nashville is beautiful, and so we'll show you some of that in a little while so you can get the full effect after the meditation. So that's what we're doing here this evening. We're going to just really play with this idea of the winter solstice, play with this idea of being able to bring the light and also to bring the peace and the joy and the other Advent qualities of faith and hope. So we're going to do a little bit of mix here. You know, that's kind of my jam, doing a lot of different sort of mixes with spiritual traditions. So without further ado, let's just get started. And I see we've got about 20 folks online. Hello to everyone. Hi, Pat, you're here. I see Dawn. Hi, Dawn. And Yudis, she's in New Jersey. Marina's in Chicago. Oh, it got chilly. Yes, it did get chilly. But we're persevering here. We are strong people, okay? All right, let's get started. So I invite everyone just to take a beautiful, beautiful, deep cleansing breath. Oh, feel that crisp air entering those lungs and reminding you of this ability to breathe. And just take those moments to be able to breathe in and breathe out. And I remember, folks, I remind you all the time that this is your meditation experience. So we don't compare ourselves to others. We don't compare even ourselves to where and how we meditated yesterday or yesteryear. And if you find yourself floating off into thinking about other things, that's okay too. That's part of the experience. And so it's all good and it's all God. And so we just embrace where each and every one of us is at tonight. And we make that part of our meditation experience. We breathe in and breathe out. Feeling that beautiful cold air. Those of us who here feel that beautiful cold air entering our nostrils. You settle into this time here together. And I invite you to do what you need to do to feel relaxed. Whatever that means to you. Maybe you shrug your shoulders back and forth, or you move your head from side to side, or you do some neck rolls. Whatever your body is calling you to do in this moment, allow it to tell you what it needs. And as you allow for that, you allow for your body to relax and your spirit to be able to come forward, allowing it to just be in that free flow as we relax and we comfort ourselves. As we take these deep breaths in and out, we're letting go whatever's happened today and whatever's happened this week. And if there are things that are present for you right now, don't struggle with them. Allow them to be part of this sacred circle. Allow them to just exist in this moment. They are neither good nor bad, they just are right now. So invite that into this circle, because this circle is safe. You are safe here. You are safe. Spirit is here within you and among us, and it's soaring all around us. We are here in this natural beauty where the trees and various creatures are inhabiting and listening and probably watching us right now. We call in that sacred unity. We call in those blessings. We call in all of that is sometimes not thought of as part of our spiritual experience. But that is us too. We invite in whatever it is that you need to invite into this space right now to feel like you are guided or lifted or accompanied. Maybe you invite your ancestors, those of us that resonate with saints or angels or anything that you feel. This is your meditation experience. Whatever you feel you need to do in this moment to feel present, to feel grounded, and to feel lifted, and to feel protected, and to feel accompanied. We open up this space for all that is good. We open up this space for all that will be healing. We open up this space for all that is part of this transformative experience. When we breathe that in and we breathe that out, as we gather here today, we remember that we are the light. We have this light within, but it's beyond that. We are light expressing. We are never devoid of the light. We are never separate from the light. We are never divisible from the light. So the winter solstice reminds us of the darkness. It's that darkness that we often carry within. That darkness from perhaps our history. That darkness perhaps from our childhood. That darkness perhaps from past mistakes. That darkness from grievances. That darkness from trauma. That darkness from drama. The darkness from unforgiveness. From being hurt. The darkness from being confused, the darkness from addiction, the darkness from not feeling loved, or the darkness from not being able to love. We all carry those spaces within us. This beautiful sacred time of the year that traditions and peoples all over the world celebrate and give space to, we enter into this here in our little place in the world called Nashville, but we remember that we are riding energetic waves that we share with so many souls all over the world that are connected in this moment, have been connected in the days preceding this moment, in this energy. So we're jumping into this beautiful energy field of possibility. Just allow yourself to really download that. Allow yourself to really settle into this idea that we can ride these collective waves. We can be strengthened together. We can be strengthened by people that are across the globe that don't even know we exist, and yet we can be one in this life force. So tonight we hold space for the darkness. We hold space for the cold. We hold space for the uncomfortability. We hold space for anything that sometimes feels like it is not from source or from God or from spirit or from the universe. We hold space for it. But we move forward in this time, knowing that the light comes, holding space as we transform all of those things, all of those moments, all of those thoughts, all of those feelings into something new. This is a powerful time energetically that is about transformation. It's about birthing something new. The life of Jesus being born is celebrated, but we understand it and we know it to be more than just about one child born many years ago. It's the idea of this consciousness, this idea of being born again, born new, being born flesh, being able to see the magic and the wonder and the awe of life. Many of us have forgotten those parts of ourselves. Jesus often said we had to come to life as a child, with the eyes and the spirit of a child. You remember how children open up gifts on Christmas, or anticipating what they might get on Christmas, or writing their wish lists. It's that excitement, it's that anticipation, it's that joy. As we see all the lights around, as we see the lights that are inhabiting the labyrinth, there's something about that that just excites us, that moves us. Something inside tells us I'm alive. Something inside us says I'm here. Something inside says I have something to do in this iteration of life that is mighty. Everyone here has work to do for the planet, for the universe, for humanity. Nobody is small. Everyone is large in spirit. And so part of this time is about releasing, letting go, shedding the old. The fire ceremony for many people in part is about that as well. Releasing the things, the habits, the thoughts in you that are keeping you from your greatest and highest good, that are keeping you from your divine purpose. And some things might be really big, and some things might be really small. And so tonight we open up that space and we invite the allness, the unity, the oneness, the eternity, the God, the goddess, whatever your understanding is of this power that moves and lives and breathes in us as us. Call that in, and you have the power to be in unison with that spirit, to be able to say, what is mine to do? What do I need to release? How do I need to move forward into this newness, into this light, to be able to birth me? You are that child of the divine. You are that Bethlehem star that is descending and ascending. Each and every one of us, the greatest gift that we give the world is to remember who we are. Remember who we are as the light of the world. We allow that to open, and feel your heart expanding. Feel that space opening within you as you really take in that message, as you make that message yours, that you are powerful, that you are mighty, that you have been brought here to this iteration of life to do God's work. And you're doing it, and you will continue to do it as you sit here and connect and open yourself up to heal. Because as we heal ourselves, we know that that creates a ripple effect where we then can heal each other and open up spaces to heal the world. So tonight we release into this darkness. And I invite you just to take a moment here in the silence as you allow that to just really be within you. And you may not have answers now, and you may not know, or you may be confused with things that have surfaced, and that is okay too. Trust this process. You're here for a reason. There are no accidents. So trust what is rising for you right now. And we take a moment in the silence. We release. And as we release and we inhabit that newness, that light, that star that we see above us that is really the star within us, we set intentions here, and maybe they don't have to be concrete. Maybe it's small again, maybe they're big. But we set that intention, and maybe it's just to heal. Maybe it's just to be happy. Maybe it's just to make your next move. We set that intention in the light. We see that light glowing within us, around us. Every cell of our body is magnified, is glowing. The embers are just glowing within us with this possibility, with this hope, with this newness, with this intention. Allow it to just dance here in this space. Dance within you. This beautiful vibration as it rises from the earth, as it descends from the celestial sky. Allow it to just fill you so deeply that you feel like you're rising off your chair. We are filled with the gift of the mighty Spirit. Breathe that in and breathe that out. And know that you are not alone. And know that we all stand here together as we lift up the light, lift up the hope, lift up the faith, lift up love, and lift up joy. And we send it out into the universe, and we send it out into those spaces and places far beyond this time and space and place where we need to heal. How we need to heal, who needs to heal, where needs to heal. We use that collective energy here together to heal ourselves and go beyond ourselves, which really again is just ourselves. If we believe in oneness, there is no separation. I am you and you are me and we are they. We bring in the light. We hold space for the dark, and we know all is well. Breathe that in and breathe that out. Take some beautiful, deep cleansing breaths. Slowly allow yourself to come back to this time and space. Maybe you move your hands or shake them, or just allow yourself to just slowly inhabit this space. And we know that we have done a mighty work here together. We will not know sometimes. We cannot know, but it's not ours to know. It's ours to be present to the presence, to be the presence. And we give thanks for this opportunity and for all that we are, all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen. Ashe. All right, good people. I see we have a bunch of folks here, and I can't see a whole Robin. Hi, Robin. Hi, B. Hi, Terry. Hi, Ella. How are you? So good to see everyone here this evening. So I think what I'm going to do, so this part of the meditation, thank you all for for playing here in this spiritual space here this evening with us. I'm not sure, the dancer is ready? Do we have folks ready to go? Do we know?
A little bit more. Maybe you can fetch them a bit.
A little bit? Okay. So, let's see. What we're going to do this evening is have a fire ceremony, but we're sort of still in this prep time. So I think what we're going to do is just, oh my gosh, that was beautiful. That smoke just coming in. I'm sorry. It's just so pretty. We're going to go ahead and just close this part out, and once we're resettled, we're going to go live again so that we can be able to experience the ceremony. And I see here, hello dear sir, how are you?
Fine.
Would you like to say anything to the good people of Facebook Live? Would you like to sit?
Yes.
Okay. I will cede the chair to the most amazing Mr. Arthur here, Dr. Arthur. You need some help here? Let me hold you here. I got you.
Yesterday at 9:59, something magical happened. In the Aztec or Mexica cosmology and mythology, a beautiful blue left-handed hummingbird, Huitzilopochtli, flew to the sun. Huitzilopochtli represents true love and represents willpower. Now, so this beautiful blue hummingbird flew to the sun, and it entered it, and it stuck its bill in it, and it's sucking the sweet nectar of the sun for 4 days. Now you wonder why in the world did that happen? Last night was a long night. Yesterday was the winter solstice. Now why is this poor little hummingbird in the sun for 4 days? Because the sun appears to stand still for 4 days. The sun shows very, very little movement until what day? December 25. So on December 25, this beautiful blue hummingbird leaves the sun and starts to fly north as a baby sun. This Huitzilopochtli also represents the sun. It becomes a baby sun, and then later on at the spring it becomes an eagle and flies towards the north. Now, Huitzilopochtli is not a god. It is the power of the sun. It is the power of love. It is the power of willpower. So the ceremony that we're going to do, opening the 4 directions, represents us. So Christmas Day represents the return of the sun in indigenous cultures throughout the world. The little town where I grew up, La Sierra, California, there was a jumble of large granite rocks with a cave in it. And in this cave, there's a pictograph of the sun and of a hummingbird with its beak in it. It clearly shows that the Mexican influence extended well up into California. And exactly at dawn on the 21st, or whenever the winter solstice is, the light of the rising sun shines exactly on this pictograph of a large sun with this hummingbird with its beak in it. And for about 3 days it all looks about the same, and then on the 4th day, or on December 25, or Christmas. So actually, in my opinion, Christmas represents the return of the sun and the return of light. We've got to the world. We've gone through a period of great darkness in our country and in our world, and the light is returning, and we are the light. We're the people we've been expecting to change the world, and we are. Just have faith. Don't have fear. If you're afraid, you're going to attract what you fear. Fill yourself with love and compassion. Compassion is so lacking and needed in our world in these dark days. People care about themselves and about making money and about being powerful politicians and having big companies, and they have lost. Many people no longer care for themselves, but there's a large group of us. Some people call them light workers, or some call them, I think we're normal human beings that haven't been caught up in darkness. So let's fill our hearts with love and light. Remember this beautiful hummingbird that represents love, and it represents willpower. The Mexica cosmology, they say there are not just the normal senses, but that willpower is one of the senses, and it's the most powerful of all of the senses. Because without willpower, we're lost. We're just lost sheep wandering around in darkness, not knowing where we're going. Well, thank you for letting me say these few words.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for that. And we're really excited that you're here and that we have these amazing, amazing dancers ready for us here. I'll get that for you. Don't worry, I got it. There we go.
In case you're wondering, my mother's family are Mexicans. May not look like one, but I'm a Mexican, and
We all look different, right?
Right.
There is no such thing as what a Mexican looks like.
Okay. Right.
Let me help you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, I think our dancers might be ready. No? So I'm going to invite everyone now who is here present, if you'd like to just walk the labyrinth, just walk around. Maybe you just want to sit in the quiet on your own, or just really allow this time right now to be your personal experience, how you just want to sort of take this time. Same goes for you all that are still here. We still have a mighty group that are hanging on. Thank you so much for being with us here this evening. Oh, I think what I'm going to do is maybe what I'll do is walk with the camera here and allow you all to see this labyrinth, and maybe you can walk it with me. So there's a way that we can virtually walk it here. So I'm going to give this up here. I'm going to let that go. And we can virtually walk this labyrinth. So I'm going to turn it around now and allow you guys to see what we're seeing here. So maybe you just see some lights, a bunch of different lights here. We're just letting people walk the labyrinth here. And I'll take you guys over to the part where there is a fire ceremony where our indigenous dancers are getting ready, setting up. They're burning the copal. Good evening, everybody. They're burning the copal here, so I'm going to take you all over so we can see. The drums are getting set up here. We got a lot going on here this evening. The drums are about to start. We got the copal burning. We've got a little altar that has been built here. There's a very special way that this ceremony has to take place that honors the earth, the sacredness of the earth, and creating a space where fire is burned, where we honor the ability to be able to put even ashes back onto the earth. So it's a very sacred kind of space that is literally created, and it's also a special ceremony that consecrates the land and also opens up the space here, and also community here within. So I'm gonna probably just, not sure, since our dancers are still getting going here. So maybe what I'm gonna do is just leave it up here for folks, and we'll go from there.
Hi, Terry. Sharon and Terry enjoying this. So glad. So glad I see Helen Tyson. Hi, Helen. So I just want to invite you all, if there's any questions that you have, if there's any thoughts that you have, feel free to share them, here in this forum. You're welcome to also Facebook me with any kinds of questions, issues, or concerns or thoughts. You are, welcome to just reach out if there's any questions that you have. And I really look forward to having you all be part of this community in the month to come. We'll usually do these twice a month. So thank you so much for being with us, and I'll go live in a little bit again once the dancing gets started. I love you all, and thank you for being part of this meditation community. Bye.